What's up, everybody? It's Joey. Most people know me by Snow Rock. So, look here today. I wanted to talk about. I've been looking on YouTube, and I see it's a whole bunch of people talking about the blacks and Hispanic situations in prison, and that goes along with prison politics. So, you know what I mean. My view on it is coming from. I've been there. I was front line, and being a Crip, you know what I'm saying. Whenever there's a black issue, you know what I'm saying. I'm in front of the line. But that's the way it was, that's the way I lived. And in prison, I've heard other YouTubers talking about, the blacks are scared, or you know what I'm saying, Mexicans are scared to take the fade, and you know what I'm saying, the blacks don't want to riot, and you know what I'm saying, it's always, you know what I'm saying, somebody's opinion. That's all it is. So, you know what I'm saying, everybody's giving their opinion. I'm gonna give you mine, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm from San Diego. So it's a little bit different. We not LA. LA, you know what I'm saying, LA is where Crips started. Hands down, you know what I'm saying, no question. But I'm from San Diego. So it's been situations where San Diego gets looked down upon because we're not LA. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be LA. I'm from San Diego. I don't try to be, you know what I'm saying, doing me. But during this, you know what I'm saying, evolution of, you know what I'm saying, gang banging, being a white boy, Crip, in prison, and dealing with, you know what I'm saying, other Crips and other, you know what I'm saying, Hispanics and whites and, you know what I'm saying, having to be in that situation. And I was heavily in that situation because I was, like I said, I was gang banging. So I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, in the back of the crowd. I'm in the front of the crowd. And, you know what I'm saying, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. And that's the way I had, that's the only way I knew how to survive, because from experiences that I had, because like I said, when I was in prison, there was a point when I didn't think I was going to survive. I figured eventually, the whites, they're going to get me, eventually. And, you know what I'm saying, I ended up surviving, hey, thank you. Somebody, you know what I'm saying, was watching over me. Maybe he got a bigger plan for me. So, you know what I'm saying, here I am. And I'm not trying to glorify or praise, you know what I'm saying, what I've done, because I ain't done nothing. I've been fighting all my life. And most of it is just to survive. You know, I just came up different than most people. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I think I am doing spectacular compared to, you know what I'm saying, where I could be. You know what I mean? I still got a few marbles left upstairs. I'm not slow, special, or stupid. I came up differently, and a lot of people, don't understand, because you look at me and you see one thing, but then when you chop it up with me and you like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Okay, there's something about this, you know what I'm saying? There's something about this, and it always comes up, you know what I mean? Where are you from? People tell me I sound like I'm from the South. I'm born and raised in San Diego, California, all my life. Now, the state of California has sent me up and down the state to different places to stay for a few years here and a few years here, in the 20 years that I spent in California prison. Uh, but San Diego is home. I'm from San Diego. But the reason I sound like I'm from the South is because, you know what I'm saying, I was raised, my auntie who raised me, she, you know what I'm saying, was from down south. She took me in and I came up, the community raised me. The community raised me. I'm from neighborhood. I'm from Southeast San Diego. And for those that don't know, that's the hood. And I was taken in by the community. My family, you know what I'm saying, I came from a dysfunctional family, you know what I'm saying, I was put on the streets the first time when I was 13. So I was out and, you know, one thing leads to another, next thing you know what I'm saying, I'm gang banging, the homie was like, yeah, you can stay here, you know what I'm saying, I didn't have no place to live. So he was like, you can stay here, you just got to sell this for me. So this is when I was 13. By the time I turned 14, I had my own apartment. Yeah, I was selling crack. But that was the way I came up. So I don't speak on how other people, I don't know how other people came up, but that's my background. And because of that lifestyle being, you know what I'm saying, I became a neighborhood Crip. And being a white boy and a Crip in prison is a whole new, you know what know what I'm saying, whole new thing because I found out once I got inside, I'm considered a race traitor by the whites because I didn't go with the whites. So I'm considered a race traitor. So because of that, there were hits put out on me. Like I said, I've been stabbed 13 times, not all by whites, but I had a group, the Nazi lowriders, people that know the Nazi lowriders, you know what I'm saying? I got stabbed by them twice. And you know what I'm saying? Each time, you know what I'm saying, I got 6 stitches, the dude got 13 stitches. The second time I got like a ice pick in the neck and the back. And you know what I'm saying, one went in an inch and a half and one went in an inch. And the guy that stabbed me, I broke his jaw. So, once, you know what I'm saying, you stab me, I turn around, I'm trying to fight it off. All you know what I'm saying, all I got is my hand. So I ended up knocking him out. I didn't think about it, you know what I mean, because once he went down, I went on top of him, just beating on him. I don't know how bad it was, but I seen the knife and I seen there was blood on it, so I know I've been stabbed. I don't know how bad it is. I thought the dude hit me in the back of the head with something, right? So I don't know how bad it is, but he went for a kill shot, for the spinal cord. But he missed, and got his jaw broke, and then it was bad because he came to the hole and he had to leave the prison and go out to the street hospital to get his jaw wired up. So I came to the hole and I didn't have a mark on me. Now I got long hair. And now behind me I got my bandages, on my neck. You can't really see, but the motherfucker, he poked me in the neck. I got bandages. One, went in an inch and a half and one that went in an inch. They cleaned it out, bandaged it up, hooked me up, sent me to the hole. I come to the hole, everybody's looking where to do that. The dude didn't come till the next day because they had to send him out to the street hospital. So at the street hospital, they wired his jaw shut. So now all his food is liquid. The sad part was they put him, with his people, because they have, the white yards and then the black yards and the Mexican yards. I go to the black yards. So the white boys, they go to their yard and the dude, his people take off on him. His own people, because he didn't do a good enough job. He came wired up and I didn't even, come with a scratch. You couldn't see a mark on me. So they waited until he came out to the yard and then they got him on the yard and then they beat him up on the yard. But then the police shot him with the block gun. That's what happened, when it's a crowd, you get hit with, it's a baton round. It's meant to stop a crowd. And things hurt. I've been hit with them before. But so anyway, the dude gets all that. So he comes in and then they go to put him in a cell, and his cellie has got orders to take off on him. So sometimes the cops, when they, in the hole, you got to cuff up before your cell door opens. But cops are lazy. They'll tell you go to the back of the cell and they'll just open it up and then let this guy in halfway and then close it and then take his cuffs off because they don't want to do a bunch of extra work. So when they do that, the guy goes in and then they close the door. And when they close the door, before they can get the cuffs off the dude, his cellie starts beating on him. So he's half cuffed up and the cop is trying to take his cuffs off and his cellie just comes and start beat. He already been beat up, got shot with the block gun. I think it was 2 or 3 white boys that got him on the little hole yard. You only get a few minutes, before they hit you with that block gun. And it's, okay, it's over. But it was fucked up. Because now, he ended up going like protective custody because, he rolled up. Oh man, that shit was stupid. It was crazy. And this dude was just trying to take me out. I guess they sent him to get me, or he stepped up. I had an open invitation on every yard I was on, 1-on-1. Come and get it. But that's the thing, I survived, Like I said, somebody was paying. Somebody kept me here for a reason. So the best I can, I'm doing the best I can. I think about the prison system and the prison politics. The Hispanics have organization. That's the one thing I've always admired, the Hispanic organization, the South Side, Norteños, Sureños. They got organization, and when one said, you know, when boss man says jump, you up in the air until you can come back down. But that's what, you know what I'm saying, you know, dealt well, that's what helped the administration make so many protective custody, sensitive needs, and all that, because people, you know what I'm saying, you know, had to deal with the rules. And, you know what I'm saying, you follow the rules, or, you know what I'm saying, you deal with the consequences. I dealt with the consequences. I had to fight my way through prison. And, you know what I'm saying, you know, I did that. I've been in more fights than I can remember. I didn't win them all, but I won most of them. And if, you know what I'm saying, you know, I never took a bad loss. I never, you know what I'm saying, you know, never, I've been knocked out by my homeboy, but that was something else. But that was the only time I know of ever being knocked out. I'd have been dazed. I'd have been, you know what I'm saying, you know, I'd have saw the birds, you know what I mean, twinkling, you know what I mean. You know, it was one time, you know what I'm saying, you know, I was in the bathroom in Chino with this big wood. And we was just, you know what I'm saying, standing in front of each other, just straight up, just chunking them toe to toe, bing, bing, bing. And he's hitting me, I'm hitting him, he's hitting me. And then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, he disappeared, and I'm blinking because where did he go? Because he's not here anymore. Hold on. And now he laid out. He went to sleep. But I was so dazed, I didn't realize, you know what I'm saying, you know, then, you know, when it comes back, you shake it off a minute. You see this dude knocked out on the floor now, you know what I'm saying, adrenaline pumping. Ugh. Yeah, that's the way it was. Anyway, yeah, the black and brown situation in prison, I think I think is different. I'm from San Diego. Like I said, I'm not from LA, so I can't speak on their politics and how things are there. But I know in San Diego, it's a different narrative. It's a different narrative because I grew up with the Market Streets. You know what I mean? In my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, we have a Mexican gang, you know what I'm saying, you know, Southside Market Street, 13. And you know what I'm saying, the Market Street boys is no, you know what I'm saying, they made their rep. But we grew up together. I remember, you know what I'm saying, you know, back in the day, you know what I mean, all the Market Street boys that was, you know, grew up on the same on two houses down. You know what I mean? You know, we had model cars hopping against each other, competition. Just, you know what I mean, you know, see, man, I was the first one, you know what I'm saying? You know, I took the headphones and put them in the back seat of the car and melted them in. So I had music. I was the first one with music in the low. Man, come on now. Nah, we used to, you know what I'm saying, when we was kids, we grew up together. And that's the way it was. These are the people that lived right next door to you, or two houses down. At the same time, San Diego is a border town. It's on the border. So, you know what I mean? You know, we can't have problems. It's people's money coming across. You know what I'm saying? It's illegal business, whatever it is, that has a lot to do with it. And you know what I'm saying? You know, they will tell, you know what I'm saying, you know, whoever they need to tell whoever they need to tell whoever they need to tell, do y'all sit your asses down. But we ain't had a lot of, you know what I'm saying, you know, a lot of issues with that. That ain't never been, you know, not for San Diego, you know. Some places, some people, you know, but not in San Diego. For the most part, you know what I mean, you know. And, you know, because like I was saying, the Market Streets in my neighborhood, there's, you know what I'm saying, you know, there's Mexican gangs in blood neighborhoods that if the Crips come over there, they'll shoot at us. You know, and it was live back in the day, you know, and that's the way it was, you know. I don't know. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, you know, just want to be a part of something. That's the thing. I wanted to be a part of something. And, you know, now it's like I want to, you know what I'm saying, you know, I want to make it better. What can I do to make it better? Man, I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, you know, push forward, you know what I'm saying, do my part in the community to help whatever, you know what I'm saying, I can help out with. Uh, I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm, you know what I'm saying, learning as I go. This is all new to me. You know what I'm saying, you know, but gotta love Southeast San Diego. I do. You know what I mean? You know, I'm born and raised here. And man, I don't see going nowhere. They trying to, you know what I'm saying, they trying to charge you for everything though, man. They trying to chase us up out of here so they can have it to themselves. Nah, you know what I'm saying, you know, but I love San Diego, you know. You can't beat it out here. This where they got us paying for the weather, people. We paying for the weather. So yeah, as far as black and brown relations go in San Diego, we're good. And I think that's, you know what I'm saying, because we're a border town, and you know what I mean, you get to messing with, you know what I'm saying, Pancho's money, and you know what I'm saying, he gonna, you know what I'm saying, have a say so. And that's the way it is. You know what I mean? Money, it makes the world go round. It ain't always, you know what I'm saying, a good thing, but seems to be, you know what I'm saying, par for course. Uh, anyway, you know what I'm saying, that's my opinion on the black and brown situation. And check me out on my next one.
I hit the streets, I'm happy just to be alive. Survived 2 decades, had to fight just to survive. No family left out here, I walk this road alone. Can't deal with things like I did with the Stones. Prison days are over, now it's time